Hi guys, and welcome to the shop. I'm making this video as a response from my comment section. Someone have a question how to remove the fan. I think part of the fan or part of the thing is underneath. Let me show you here. If you notice, when you use this quite a bit, it gets really dirty underneath. I believe it's this area, and you want to be able to remove it completely, and I guess this top area as well, in order to clean it better. So I'm making this quick video for this person, and hopefully it's helpful, and I just follow along and let's see how we can take this apart. I had not done it. I don't think it's a rocket science either, so let's get it done. Alright, let's start by saying that this thing was a nightmare. At first I was like, that's kind of easy to do, you know, everything's gonna be alright, until I was getting my hands literally dirty, and I'm like, I mean, you know, the dirty part I don't mind, but just the fact that if you're gonna do this, keep in mind that you gotta write it down or take a photo or video like the way I did, so you can identify where everything is gonna go, or everything that you're removing, and place it on an area that you can identify. Alright, this is the sequence of the screws. It's pretty straightforward for the screws, because the way those screws, the little ones, like an example there, all those little screws, they're like on the only place they're gonna go. Some of the bigger ones probably you can get confused because they kind of like, some of them kind of looks alike. Yes. So now that's the thing right there. Once you remove those screws right there, that's gonna have the tendency to swing open. I just skip that part because I just showing like I flip it over, and it's 3 hidden screws right there that are essential in order for you to remove them. Now, for what I see, this thing is go on top, but it's it's like extremely hard to remove. As you see, it has like a little tabs in there. There's 4 of them. What I basically gotta like just force it out, like pretty much like this thing was here. And I mean, from the front, I had to like literally put this thing in here and force it open. Now we should be able to remove this. And yeah, believe it or not, it's just 2 screws that are holding the whole upper lid that in order to use to remove that, and it's gonna just pop it open after that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you have to remove those, or you have to lose some of this. I don't want to cut it off, so I want to like use these tools so I can remove the cap from here, as you see right there. Now I can take it apart. And yeah, I believe you can use regular electrical nut wires, those yellow ones that you can buy in Home Depot. Okay, I had to hold it with this because there's no way I can hold it with this other electrical pliers. So let's see if I can get it loose now. And this is the part when it's things start like getting pretty frustrating for me, because I didn't know, you know, the shaft has to be held by those pliers in order to remove that. Oh, this is one of those reverse threads. Now, for what I see, finally the screw come off from the middle. Come on, baby. There we go. Now I believe I can remove the fan. It seems like it's not supposed to be attempted to open. And definitely those items are not designed to be serviceable by anybody nowadays, the way you buy the stuff. And you see with many brands, like Ninja Foodi is obviously one of them, and you can see the shark vacuums, and I'm pretty sure like plenty of other manufacturers that they don't want you to be able to service the devices and swap parts, and in order to, because this, I mean, if you realistically, if you can swap a couple like cheap parts, then you can make it work again. But they don't want you to do this, and normally you can find the parts to be very cheap. And I've been fine. And if you see in my channel, I repair this rigid propane heater, and it was just like a thermocoupler, like a little sensor, and it was like $7.99, like $8 on Amazon. And the device itself is like $250 plus tax. So I'm like, no way, this is not gonna be trash, and I'm gonna fix this. And I like the design, I love everything about it. So I'm like, let's research for the part. And yeah, it didn't took me that long to find the part, and I was able to replace it and make it work again. Now we can clean this. Oh my goodness, that was crazy. And yeah, that laugh was a laugh of relief, honestly. Let's continue with this assembly, and let's see how everything goes. And you know, I was putting everything back together, and as many of you know, taking things apart is it's not that hard. It's easy to kind of like, you know, dismantle stuff, but when it's time to put it back together is when the rubber meets the road and you actually find out if you're a good technician or not. And normally if you have extra screws after like taking something and put it back together, definitely you didn't put close attention to it, and you didn't like wrote it down or document everything properly in order for you to remove and recognize where everything goes back. And you need every single screw, every single part. No, you cannot just have extra screws for no reason, because things can rattle and stuff like that, and the device will not perform the way it's intended to be. Now this device is pretty good. I'm extremely happy with this grill. Actually, it is one of the best ones. I used to have the electrical grills back in the day, and they were pretty trashy, to be honest. I didn't like them, and messy, and they didn't cook properly. They cook on the bottom but not on the top. But definitely with this device I can actually see how the technology has advanced, because like this thing is just do wonders. I love to cook like steaks on it. Normally my main thing that I like to cook steaks, salmon. In the morning I like to do put bacon on it. It's less messy and it doesn't smoke as much. And when you can do chicken wings or fries, and you know, it's just like so many different things that you can put on it, and the amount of the space on this one is awesome too. It's great. Now you have to make sure it spins freely, as you see here, without rubbing in any area. You see it's right there spinning. Now I make a mistake in this one because I torque it like too much, and I was like rubbing against the metal, so I had to adapt it, put little washers and to have like the little separation, you know, the required gap in order for not to spin freely. So definitely I saved it. Somehow I saved the day, because I'm like, man, this is trash now because I cannot use it. So I got a bunch of little parts, so that was good that I have everything required to get this done. Now that I finished the whole process of taking it apart, it's not user friendly. It's not something that you, a regular consumer, want to try to do this and take it apart. I got to the point that I almost felt that like this thing is going to the trash, because do not try. Unless you don't care, unless you know anyway this thing is almost going to the dumpster. So go ahead and try to like play with it and try to like take it apart and remove it and see what you can do about it. But it's not much stuff that you really want to do with it. But I do not recommend you to try if you don't want to really complicate your life. So thanks for watching. Hopefully this has been helpful to you, and if it's been good for you, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I see you in the next one.